Hey everybody, it's your girl Tink Marshae. I'm back with another video. Listen, I don't know why nobody told me that Sonya decided to come out and show her face, because for a while we knew of her, but we never knew what she looked like. And per usual, I do need you to hit that like button, as it is free, and that is how I pay my bills at this current moment. Christmas is around the corner. We have got to get the nieces and nephews something good this year. In fact, if you have a favorite content creator, the way that you can support them other than sending cash outs is by liking and sharing their content. So moving forward, if you go into someone's YouTube channel, I feel like it's like coming into someone's home, and that's your way of speaking to me, is by liking and showing that you appreciate me taking out the time to give you this commentary, and so that we can catch up on things. Now, I did leave y'all with like a cliffhanger, because I came on to YouTube and we talked a little bit about Shirley Strawberry, and that video did pretty good, but I never circled back around to update my audience, the people that came over specifically from the Shirley Strawberry content. And I do apologize for that. When I tell y'all it takes a lot to put these videos together, it takes a lot out of me. I don't even like going back editing like certain stuff that I say. I like to do it in one take. So I want to actually get into the Tasha K interview that Sonya just recently did. I want to talk about that first, and then I'm going to follow back up with the calls from prison, because she has now dropped another video. So there's like 3 or 4 videos I have to catch up on. So you'll see those come up. If you hit that notification bell, you'll get notified when those videos become available. Sonya thinks we're stupid, and that's the vibe I got within the first 5 minutes of this interview. Throughout this interview, Tasha K specifically asked her right out, do you and Earnesto have something going on? Are you a mistress or a side chick? This woman says she's never had any sexual relationship with Earnesto. She said that she only saw him 5 times. And in fact, she just met someone prior to this interview dropping. So I'm not sure when Tasha K and Sonya got together to record this, but she's saying the day prior to her showing up to Tasha K's interview, she had met someone, showed a picture to Tasha K, and Tasha K said, oh, so this is your boyfriend? And she said, yeah. Tasha K actually said that he looks very familiar. But Sonya is using that as an excuse to say that her and Earnesto are just friends. Let me say this. I know a lot of men that has cheated on their wives, and I know a lot of wives that cheat on their husband. And a lot of times they would prefer for the person that they're cheating with to have someone as well. And there was just a few other things that she said that just stood out to me. And I'm just like, this woman is lying her ass off. And it's just interesting that you're doing interviews on behalf of your friend, right? Way more than Shirley is. And I find that very interesting. She was also giving us like very detailed information about what Earnesto was doing when he got caught, how long he's been a criminal. There was a great charge that came up that she told us about, and we're going to get into it. But the first lie that I noticed that she said was that they never had phone sex. Because Tasha K whole thing is, why are you going so hard for a man? First of all, I find it very sketchy, first of all, Sonya, for you to even question the validity of a rape victim's story. I find people who make excuses for people who have been known as a criminal. They say that he's been getting charges since the 70s, I believe. So why is it so hard to believe that he may have forced himself on someone? And that's just not our place, you know, as a general public, to say whether he did or did not. But the one thing I do not want to be remembered as is someone who went against someone who potentially may have gotten touched inappropriately, rather than someone who is defending a known criminal. But jumping back to the fact that she said that her and Earnesto has never had phone seg, and she never came on to him, and vice versa. They were just friends who developed this relationship in 2020 when she was in a hospital for 32 days. She said that Earnesto called her for 5 minutes every day from the time that they met, and specifically a time where she was hospitalized due to some gunshot wounds she had gotten back in the 90s. She was shot 5 times, and so she had to enter into the hospital and had an extended stay. And she said that Earnesto was the only one to check up on her. Well, you know, that's not surprising to me. But either way, let's play this clip I'm going to play a clip from phone calls from prison, and then I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Direction. And they were open to it. You know what I'm saying? I've got some great students who success stories. But at the same time, I was just like, I don't want to do this no more. You know, I don't want to keep dating and raising people. Like, that's just not fun at all.
I'm older than your ass too, though. I'm older than you too. Oh, what?
You are older than me. You're the first person I've dated older than me.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Now listen closely. He said, I'm the oldest one you've dated.
Oh, no, that's all.
Go ahead
on.
No, you're not. You're not, because we're only 3 years apart, so you're not that much older. We right there. We won't forget shit, Alzheimer's, all of that shit, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my back. I'm trying to figure that out.
I know that Sonya is working overtime to debunk the fact that her and Ernesto ever had a sexual relationship or that they were sexually involved with each other. But there's another clip that I want y'all to pay attention to as well, and then I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
In this full call, you will hear Sonya explain her feelings to Ernesto as they discuss their relationship. Sonya goes on to talk about a business that she supposedly owns. Take a listen.
I'm stressing the situation on two levels. I'm stressing the fact.
Come on.
I'm stressing the fact that you're locked up already. Because I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And then, so when he's going through it, I'm going through it. How this situation came about, that we were friends, and, you know, I just didn't really have, because it was, like, I was able to stop myself because I would just avoid you, and I would just feel myself falling and getting all emotionally caught up. I would just, like, avoid you and be like, oh, I'm good, now I'm good. You know, as long as I don't really see him, you know, because he's talking every day, so as long as I don't see him, I'm good. I can keep the distance, emotional distance from him, you know what I'm saying, because he got that situation. So it was like, you know, don't, like, get off. Remember that conversation we had on the bus? And I was like, you should not, because this shit is just, you know, you're not a free agent. So, I'm saying, right?
No, because you keep talking in riddles, like you say I talk.
Okay, so, bluntly said, I'm open. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. It's very serious.
What shit you talking about you don't want? You keep talking in riddles. Just say what you got to say.
I mean, I'm saying it. I just thought I said it.
Okay, what shit you don't want? That's what
I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I've never been here before. I've always, since I was 17, 18 years old, have been able to not be here. And I'm here. And it's just very nervous.
Okay, so y'all heard that chop and screw version, because I definitely had to chop that screen recording down a bit so that it can fit into this 10-minute video. But Sonya is really trying her best to explain to Ernesto how she truly feels, and she actually described it as an emotional relationship. And we know with women, we typically have an emotional relationship before we have a physical relationship with someone. So for her to say that they were just friends don't talk about sending naked pictures to each other. And if that's the case, as I wrote on Tasha K's community post on her Tasha Live website, I said, well, if Ernesto is such a friend to you, why isn't he doing the same things that he does with you, with Dre and Lamont? Why isn't he asking them for pictures? Most importantly, why did you bring up the fact that he had a situation and that he wasn't a free agent and that you were trying to prevent yourself from falling in love? Because that's actually what you were trying to say. But watching that Tasha K interview, it shows that you are clearly in love with this man. We may have to do another video because there's so much that Sonya said in this interview that was very disturbing, to say the least. In the beginning of the interview, she told Tasha K she only met him 5 times. How could she be in a relationship with someone she only met 5 times? But I have an even better question. How is it that you're defending a known criminal since the 70s that's married? How is it that you're sitting on national platforms such as Tasha K? Because we know Tasha K has over 1 million followers. So at some point, 1 million people will view. Hopefully, I hope they do. I hope everybody view the damn interview. But anyways, how is it that you're sitting in front of thousands and millions of people defending someone that you say that you've only met 5 times? Something that she also said in the interview that struck me as odd in the beginning, she said that she didn't know that he was married, right? I caught her in a lie. In the beginning of the interview, Tasha K asked her, has she had ever been married? And she said, I was married 4 months. And Tasha K said, well, how did you feel about finding out that Ernesto was married? I didn't know he was married. I didn't know until way later. Later on in the interview, I would say, y'all, if I had to guess around the timestamp, estimated timestamp of where you can hear this, I want to say it was like 30 minutes in. She switched it up in its entirety and said, well, I knew 2 weeks in. I think she said 2 months prior, but don't quote me on that. Y'all go check the interview out for yourself and let me know in the comments. But I do know in the beginning she acted as if she had no idea because she didn't want to ask him about any of his business. And then later on in the interview was like, well, I knew 2 weeks into the situation that he was married. So which one is it? My honest opinion, I definitely feel like Sonya thinks that she's talking to a bunch of fools. Most people that is watching the Shirley Strawberry situation unfold is of a mature audience, and you just can't feed us anything and think that we're just gonna digest it and move on. Now I see that she's rolling out videos on her page, which I am definitely gonna check out. But Sonya, you are a liar and you're horrible at it, and I just wish you would stop. It seems like she's covering up something, like something is gonna happen, and so she has to, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, distance herself from a relationship that she once had with Earnesto and keep it cute. I truly believe it's because she wants Shirley to feel comfortable to continue to take care of Earnesto while he's in jail. Just a guess, but I will be back later, you all, with the rest of my commentary on this situation. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.